Good evening and welcome to all the participants joined in the daily virtual program on work-life balance conducted by the Professional Skills Enrichment Committee of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India in association with Heartfulness. We have with us today's resource person, Mr. Sulabh Mishra sir, and we have with us Mr. Deepak Khanduri sir from Heartfulness. We welcome you all in this platform. With this, I am introducing our today's resource person, Mr. Sulabh Mishra sir. Mr. Sulabh Mishra sir has been a dedicated heartfulness meditation trainer since 2010 and has been practicing meditation since 1999. His deep commitment to heartfulness and personal development is reflected in his entrepreneurial endeavors and professional achievements. Sulam Mishra sir is the founder and chairman of several paramedical institutes. He is also running Brighten Minds, a cognitive development program designed for children and seniors since 2017. In his role as a cognitive coach, he addresses a significant gap in the academic field by incorporating tools and exercise that promote social, emotional, and ethical learning alongside training the heart to harness institution. Before embarking on his entrepreneurial journey, Sulabh Sir gained extensive experience in the IT sector where he managed IT projects for healthcare clients. His diverse background and holistic approach to cognitive and emotional development makes him a distinguished leader in his field. With this brief introduction, I'm handing over to Mr. Sulabh Mishra, sir.
Thank you. Today, we are coming to the conclusion of a 10 workshop series titled Leading with a Heartful, Intelligent Heart. Our program on work-life balance will continue, but within this program, we were conducting a series of 10 workshops on how to include our heart in our leadership positions, in leading our lifestyles. And this leading our lifestyle could be leading your family, leading your workplace, or leading your community. So today's topic is going to be heartful communication. And before we begin this topic, I would like to again connect with our heart. So let's close our eyes, connect to our heart, and with that connection, we will proceed and continue with our today's workshop. So please gently close your eyes. Check in to this present moment. If you have not yet switched off your mobile phone, switch it off in such a way that you can continue to listen to this program uninterrupted. And in this present moment, let us connect with our heart. Let us remember the heart is the reservoir of love, compassion, empathy. And with this connection, we have all the resources of our heart now available to us. If you meditated in the morning, this is a good time to recall your morning condition. Let this condition be part of yourself now. Okay, great. So we have been talking a lot about neuroscience, science, but this is going to be more heart-based communication, heartful conversation. So remember, one of the technique of heartfulness is that we introduce or insert meaningful pause throughout the day so that we can stay connected with our inner condition that we have laboriously produced after or during our morning meditation. Okay. So we take these kind of pauses every now and then. Specifically, whenever you switch from one activity to another activity, you can take this pause, connect yourself with your heart, and then proceed with whatever activity you are going to engage in. Any conversation, before you begin, again take a pause and connect yourself with your heart and then proceed. Okay. So today I want to present to you one video. So let me bring up my slides. Listen to this video and then we will talk about this video.
Don't think I don't know what you're doing.
Hey, I don't know what you're complaining about. I was late just once this week, and it was only 6 minutes.
It's not the minutes, it's the principle of the thing. You know, you have got an attitude on you a mile wide, and that's what's killing me. The others on the team, they're having to work harder to fill in for you. You see, I can't win, you know? I mean, I yell at you, it affects the morale of the rest of the team. You know what I think? I think you're slacking off on purpose, aren't you?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you don't cut it out real fast, I'm gonna take some action.
Oh, what action are you going to take, Raphael? You're going to fire me for being 6 minutes late?
Take it any way you like.
Are you threatening me?
You know, I don't get paid enough on this job to have to deal with this kind of junk. Now, I don't want to take drastic action, but if you keep pushing me...
Just recall this video, what you saw, and then introspect. In your own daily life, how profoundly are you able to listen in interactions? Just give it, scale yourself in a scale of 1 to 5. Then the next point to introspect is how effective are you in influencing and impacting others through conversations? And the third one is how do you score yourself on energy at the end of a day? Fatigued and heavy or energized and light? So if you recall the video that we saw just now, I'm sure you will agree that both the parties, the boss or the supervisor uh, and the worker, they were all fatigued, right? The way they were communicating, they must have surely sapped all their energy. Another thing that if you notice, the supervisor was little embarrassed when he noticed towards the end that there are others who are also listening to their communication, the way there was heated exchanges happening. So this is what heaviness in our tone, in our conversation, when the conversation is laden with lot of emotions, we are not even aware of our surroundings. That means these emotions, they compress our awareness, and we become oblivious of our surrounding. And then we may later even regret that we should have avoided such public uh, or tamasha, so to speak. Right? And then the point was in the conversation that the worker was only 6 minutes late, and supervisor had to convey that because she is not following the principle of arriving on time, it is affecting the performance of other workers. It is giving a wrong message to others, right? But because the conversation was so heated, it took total another dimension. They were coming to the situation where there were talks about removing from the job itself. So today we are going to first remember, then in heartful listening, heartfulness teaches us it is about listening while staying connected to heart, staying still internally and externally. So you want to be still from inside, okay? And complementing this stillness, this inner stillness, with positive suggestions. That stillness may touch the other person as well. Okay, so you want to radiate your own inner condition that you attained during your morning meditation in such a way that it affects the other person positively. And obviously, it has to be positive. Okay, so that is heartful listening. And when it comes to heartful conversation, heartfulness first guide, Sri Ramchandra Ji Maharaj of Fatehgarh, or whom we affectionately call Lalaji, he gave us a principle of conversation. So I'm going to read out this conversation to you all, and wherever required, I will try to unpack some of the terms that he has used in this principle of conversation. Okay, so let's read it together. Attempt a style of speech that is devoid of rise and fall in pitch, and instead similar to the steady flow of energy at the beginning of creation. Innumerable are its benefits beyond the possibility of narration. Such a style results in effectiveness. Whatever is spoken goes on touching the hearts of the persons. If someone copies it, only those words will flow out during conversations which are intended and are right. So here Lalaji is recommending that our style of speech should be such that there is no rise or fall in speech. Let's say you are angry and you want to convey your anger to the other person. There is no need to shout it out. Or if you're fearful, you don't have to allow a lot of fall in your pitch. You can still maintain this steadiness in your pitch. Okay. And he compares it with the steady flow at the beginning of creation. When we are speak with such a steady state, we derive a lot of benefits. Because when we speak like that, it touches others' heart. And in a very natural way, whatever we wanted to convey or whatever was the right word at the time will very automatically and in a very natural way come out from us. Okay. So the technique for achieving this consists, first of all, in attempting to remove the rise and fall in the voice while talking. which is also called sharpness. Sharpness does not only imply anger, which is very gross and should not be allowed admittance at all in this context. What is meant by sharpness is that the flow of speech should not carry any kind of weight on it. An illustration of this is a current of still air. While difficult, this can be achieved with sustained effort. So here, Lalaji is recommending that we should avoid sharpness. And with sharpness, he means our words should not be laden with strong emotions. So he takes this example of anger, and he's saying that anger should not be admitted at all in any context. Okay, so you may be not rising your pitch, you're not shouting at other person, but you may make some sneer remark. Even that is not recommended. You may say things sarcastically without even rising your pitch. He's saying even that is not correct way of conversing, because even sarcasm can pinch someone, and that will also come under the category of sharpness. So this is what he means here. The balanced condition of mind has a deep impact and a favorable influence on people. It reveals itself in conversation, serious and long or light and short, which is devoid of excitement or emotional outburst, devoid of a rapid, short-tempered, and moody reaction, but a prompt, methodical, and civil expression of one's own self. It is soft, cultured, and smooth, like the harmonious descent of divine grace. So Lalaji here is emphasizing a lot on the balanced condition of mind. There is a very interesting instance. One of the heartfulness masters, his name was Chariji. He narrated this instance that happened with him. So once he went to meet his guide, Babuji, to Sahajahanpur. So when he reached there, he entered the gates of his home. Babuji was very excited to see him. Okay, he came rushing towards him. But as soon as he came near him, he took a pause, looked at him, and turned around, and then just went away without speaking a word. Now, Chariji was at dumps. He thought that it seems Babuji has seen some grossness in me. I have fallen a certain notch in my spiritual ladder, and Babuji is very unhappy, and that is why he just turned away. So Chariji was feeling very miserable. All sorts of thoughts were going on in his mind. What happened? Why Babuji behaved like that? So one day he mustered courage. So this happened for 1 or 2 days. Babuji was not speaking to him. So one day he mustered courage, went to him and asked, Babuji, what happened? Why you turn around? Why you are not speaking to me? What is the reason? Have I done something very wrong? So on hearing this, Babuji very compassionately told him, no, Parthasarthi, that's how Babuji used to call him, no Parthasarthi, it's not the case. When I saw you, I was very excited. I wanted to give you all my spiritual wealth. I wanted to shower you with all that I have attained so far. So I rushed to give it all to you. But when I reached near you, suddenly it struck to me or as if Lalaji reminded me, what are you doing? You are so excited that you will not be making a right decision at this minute. So even in a state of excitement, we may do things which we will regret later. So this is a great example, this instance where we need to remember that we have to maintain a balanced condition of mind before we take any decision or before we carry on any conversation. And when we do that, the conversation is like a harmonious descent of divine grace. It affects not just us, it affects others as well. When such a pure heart pours itself forth naturally with nobility, magnanimity, and love, it leaves an impression immediately, and it progressively makes deep inroads into and establishes itself in the minds of all. So we have been talking of cleaning to remove the impressions, right? These impressions are some, scientifically speaking, a neural pathway in our brain, which are kind of wishes or impediment or obstacles in the path of our goal. They are creating roadblocks in our goal. They are not aligned with our goal. So we want to clean them. But here in these lines, Lalaji is saying that we need to create a new neural connection in our brain. We need to form newer impressions, and those impressions should be such that our pure heart pours itself forth naturally with nobility, magnanimity, and love. Our behavior, our etiquette, our attitude is such that it makes deep inroads into the minds of all around us. Okay. The voice may be modulated to avoid a high pitch or any variation of the tone, because that goes with anger, and anger is a poison to a heartful life. If a nasty and short temper is avoided, if the evil of anger is overcome, there is scope for the attainment of the balanced condition of mind. This frailty of mind leads to loss of self-respect and individuality and results in unhappiness. The greater the control over this attitude, the freer and more bounteous is the celestial gift. To free oneself from anger, one should think oneself to be polite and humble. So here Babuji has taken one example, and the example is anger. He goes on to say that anger is a poison to a heartful life. So we need to overcome anger, and he gives one technique how we can free ourselves from anger. He says that one should think oneself to be polite and humble. He whose tongue is polite, civilized, and cultured has a large heart, pure and noble, and thus has wide sway over the minds of others. But equivocation is not to be encouraged. So here Lalaji is again emphasizing then that when we are polite, when we are civilized and cultured, it is a result of our large heart. And how can we have a large heart? Heart is the seat of love, right? And by definition, love is to give and to receive. In love, we never demand. So the more we give, the larger our heart will become, and more gracious we are in receiving the love of others. Again, it results in growing our heart, making our heart larger. This is what he means. And when this happens, our tongue will become more polite, more civilized, more cultured. He again cautions us against equivocation. It should not be encouraged. Okay. Now, the technique of developing softness is to create extreme humility in temperament so that it is filled up with such a sentiment of love as to have no inclination to cause any hurt to anybody's heart. And the words are also such as not to hurt anybody's heart in the least. A giving heart will never cause hurt to others, right? So we need to fill our heart with love, sentiments of love. This is how we can grow our heart, make our heart large. And this is what heartfulness is all about. So we have been going through a lot of heartfulness practices. We have been doing relaxation, meditation, cleaning, inner connection. So today we will again start with cleaning. Then we will do meditation. But before meditation, we will connect with our heart. Okay. So we will do heartfulness prayer, and then we will start with our meditation. Our prayer and our meditation will be led by Sujata. She has joined us, and she will be repeating the prayers. You can say it mentally once and use this prayer to connect with your heart, and then invite transmission to help you go deep in your meditation. And then after meditation, she will ask us to read our condition using a technique which is known as PMS. What it is, she will share with us after meditation. So let's first clean ourselves, purify our heart, so that we have prepared ourselves for meditation. So remember, cleaning is for preparing ourselves to meditate. So let's start. Please close your eyes. Bring your focus on your back part, top of head to tailbone. Suggest all the complexities and impurities formed due to impressions are going from your back as smoke. All the complexities and impurities are melting, going towards your back, and from there, they are being released in the form of smoke. Use your willpower to maintain your focus on the back. Use your willpower not to brood over things that you want to get rid of. Every impression must go. These impressions are leaving you from the back of your head, back of your neck, back of your shoulders, from your upper back, middle back, from your lower back. If your mind drifts, gently bring it back to the work you're doing and continue cleaning. Visualize all the complexities and impurities in your system are melting, going back, and from there being released in the form of smoke. The smoke is leaving you from the back of your head, back of your neck, from the back of your shoulders, from your upper back, middle back, lower back, all the way to the tailbone. You don't focus on any chakras below heart chakra, but in doing this cleaning, our lower chakras are also cleansed. According to spiritual anatomy, our lower chakras are located on our spine. So maintain your focus in your entire back and continue to do cleaning. Gently accelerate the whole process. Visualize all the complexities and impurities are going out faster from your back. Increase the intensity of your focus and willpower to maintain or continue the work. Smoke is leaving from the back of your head, back of your neck, from your shoulders, from your upper back, middle back, from your lower back. Continue to accelerate the process of cleaning. Continue to increase the intensity of your focus and willpower. Do not dwell on the things you want to get rid of. All the impressions must go. Impressions are leaving you in the form of smoke from the back of your from the back of your neck, from the back of your shoulders, from your upper back, middle back, lower back. Now gently make another suggestion. The suggestion is that a sacred current is coming from above. It is coming from the source of all creation. And this current is entering our heart from the front. Imagine this sacred current, divine current, is pushing out any residual remaining impurities or complexities. And your heart is being filled with this sacred current. As blood flows from heart and reaches out to all the corners of the body, imagine this sacred current is also oozing out from your heart and reaching out to all the corners of your body. This sacred current is purifying each and every cell of your body. Imagine each and every cell of your body is getting saturated with this sacred current. As impurities are gone, you are becoming more purer. As complexities are gone, you're becoming more simpler, more sacred. Your pure heart is now a perfect place to invite the Lord. We'll conclude the cleaning with this final affirmation that yes, I am now clean and pure. We'll begin our meditation with our heart full of love and devotion. Sujata, you may please take over. Begin with prayer and then meditation.
Yeah, thank you. So we'll say this prayer once in our mind. Oh Master, here the meaning of Master, you can refer it to like God, Supreme, your own heart, which guides you during difficult situations, or your spiritual guru, guide, whoever you want to address it to. So, oh Master, you are the real goal of human life. We are yet but slaves of our wishes, put in power to our advancement. You are the only God and power to bring us up to that stage. We usually use this prayer twice and once before finally retiring before the day, like just before the sleep. We contemplate on the meaning of the prayer for 5 to 10 minutes and then we directly go to bed. And then next day morning, or whenever we start our meditation for the first time, we say this prayer once and then we start with a meditation. So when I say please start meditation, you will sit, you will with the supposition that the divine light is already present in our heart, which is attracting you from within. And during meditation, if you have thoughts coming or your focus is drifting with the thoughts, just remind yourself that you are meditating on the heart and then continue with the process. Do not fight with thoughts. Do not try to engage with them or do not try to forcefully stop them. Just go with the flow. And when I say that's all at the end, I'll tell you to read your condition towards the end. So, with that, we'll start with the meditation. Please start. That's all. Please continue to sit for 1 more minute. We'll observe a condition after meditation. Usually, when we ask uh, meditators how you're feeling, people say, we are feeling nice, good. These are conditions and perfect words also. But we can further elaborate it or maybe further observe it on 4 parameters. First is physical. Like usually for physical, you can think like, are you feeling rejuvenated, energized, energetic, or maybe restless sometimes? Emotional, you may feel happy, balanced, composed, mentally relaxed, sorted, clear. And spiritually, you may feel more connected to your heart, have more reliance on the Supreme, the God that you refer to, loved. So these are certain conditions that we can reflect on and observe after the meditation. Even when we do not feel anything, there must be one of these parameters where definitely something has happened. You can observe also. So you can note these observations and put it in your diary. The abbreviation is PEMS, physical, emotional, mental, or you can say spiritual or self development. You're on mute, I think.
Okay, let's take a few questions that have come across. The first question is, how does the sharpness of your voice reflect the clarity of our thoughts? When we have sharpness in our voice, it is a clear reflection that there is a weight, and the weight is dragging down our awareness. So our awareness has compressed. Okay, it has somehow, this weight has squeezed my awareness or my consciousness. And with this compressed or squeezed consciousness or awareness, our clarity is going to be reduced. So we are not going to be very clear what is happening around us, what is happening within me, what my heart is trying to tell me. If my heart is giving me some signal that this is not the right thing to do, I will very surely miss this signal. I will not be able to catch it. So I hope this answers the question. Second question is, can a balanced mind naturally shape a voice that commands attention without aggression? Let me read it again. Can a balanced mind naturally shape a voice that commands attention without aggression? So the short answer is yes. This is the whole purpose. We want uh, attention. We want to be heard properly. And when the speaker is speaking with a balanced mind, they are more fully aware. Their awareness has expanded. The consciousness has expanded 360-degree. And in that expanded awareness or consciousness, my own condition, the condition of the speaker, is also radiating. It is getting transmitted. And this transmission of my condition will affect the person with who I am speaking. So my condition will affect this other person, and obviously they will be more attentive because it will influence in such a way that their awareness will also expand. So I hope this answers the second question. We'll conclude the session for today. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, sir, for delivering this wonderful session. And thanks to all the participants who have joined this session. With this, we are concluding this session. Thank you all.